a young boy in an outer neighborhood of the Old City in West Mosul in November. Getty Images Baghdad, Iraq said Saturday that its war on the Islamic State group is over after more than 3 years of combat operations drove the extremists from all of the territory they once held. Prime Minister Haider alAbadi announced Iraqi forces were in control of the country's border with Syria during remarks at a conference in Bagad, and his spokesman said the development marked the end of the military fight against IS. A senior military commander confirmed that combat operations had been completed. All Iraqi lands are liberated from terrorist Daesh gangs and our forces completely control the international Iraqi-Syrian border, Lieutenant Gen. Abdul Amir Rashid Ya Allah said in a statement released shortly after alAbadi's remarks. Daesh is an Arabic acronym for IS. The US-led coalition congratulated Iraq on the significant victory Saturday, according to an official statement posted to Twitter. We stand by the Iraqi people as they set the conditions for a secure and prosperous future, it read. IS fighters overran nearly a third of Iraqi territory, including Mosul, the country's second-largest city, in the summer of 2014. Over the past 3.5 years, Iraqi ground forces closely backed by the US-led coalition have retaken all of that territory. However, IS fighters remain capable of carrying out insurgent attacks in Iraq, and the group has recovered from past setbacks. In November, Iraqi forces retook the last town held by IS, Rawa, near the border with Syria. Over the following weeks, Iraqi forces continued to clear patches of the country's vast western deserts. In the most significant victory over the extremists, Iraqi forces retook Mosul earlier this year. alAbadi declared the fight concluded in July, but clashes continued in the city for weeks afterward. Iraq now faces the daunting challenge of reconstruction. The fighting caused massive devastation in many areas, and some 3 million Iraqis are still displaced. 5 months after Mosul, Iraq's second-largest city, was liberated from ISIS in a 9-month-long battle, residents have returned to the destroyed city to rebuild their lives. After more than 2 years of ISIS occupation, savage fighting and airstrikes, the city is in ruins. Despite the damage, residents have hastily returned and managed to set up temporary shops, homes and services to help bring the city back to life. In West Mosul, home to the Old City, more than 32,000 homes were destroyed, and a recent report from the UN estimates repairing Mosul's basic infrastructure will cost more than $1 billion and take years to complete. Getty Images family members on as a bride and groom leave their house to be married in West Mosul. Getty Images men dance and sing from a car as they celebrate a wedding in West Mosul. Getty Images children enjoy a train ride at the Mosul amusement park. Getty Images a man selling iPhones talks to customers at his street store in East Mosul. Getty Images a shop owner fixes the hair of a mannequin at a women's clothing store in East Mosul. Getty Images women shop at a clothing store in East Mosul. Getty Images a man stocks women's clothing at a shop in East Mosul. Getty Images a father sits with his son to a local soccer game in East Mosul. Getty Images children walk to school past destroyed cars in West Mosul. Getty Images a woman walks past a destroyed building in an outer neighborhood of the Old City in West Mosul. Getty Images civilians carry their belongings on a destroyed street in an outer neighborhood of the Old City in West Mosul. Getty Images volunteer looks for useful medical items inside the destroyed Salam Hospital in Mosul, Iraq. Getty Images men pray during Friday prayers in West Mosul. Getty Images people shop at the Prophet Yunus market in East Mosul. Getty Images a store owner waits for customers at the Prophet Yunus market in East Mosul. Getty Images a man sells vegetables inside the Prophet Yunus market in East Mosul. Getty Images men smoke water pipes during a power outage at a cafe in East Mosul. Getty Images security forces patrol outside the busy Prophet Yunus market in East Mosul. Getty Images up next.